some of Cadaverous' advice, and I'm going to try to keep my cussing to a minimum. So, if I cuss, send me an angry DM or something, or I owe you money. How's everybody's Monday night going?
Monday as hell.
Monday as hell? Yo.
Yep.
I
Monday
just got
is my
done.
Saturday.
Yeah, I got 3 days off in a row, which is insane. So I decided to trip today, and I am just now coming down from that trip. So this is a good way to spend my night.
Welcome back.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Just eating some salad.
What'd you trip on?
I had some albino riptide. I took like 4 grams.
Very nice.
Yeah, it'll put you on your butt. It definitely put me on my butt, especially because I just make a tea because I don't have time to be eating any of that stuff. What is y'all's favorite way to consume?
Lime tech.
Typically lemon
Lemon
tech.
tech?
I use limes because I hate lemons.
Nah. I hate lemons. I used to do lemon tech, and then I quickly remembered that I have acid reflux issues.
I do with lemons. I don't have that problem with limes for some reason.
That's
That's
insane.
interesting.
What? But then I realized that you could do the same thing and just brew a tea and then just overload it with honey so you don't taste anything and just slug it back.
I got a vodka extract that I'm thinking of dipping into tonight.
You got a what kind of extract?
I use vodka
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
to catch the polar and the non-polar.
How long do you find that to be like shelf stable?
I don't know yet. It's my first time making it.
Hell yeah.
Do keep us posted on that. We're all about the extraction methods and whatnot.
Yeah.
Will do.
What up, everybody? People are joining in.
Hell yeah.
Yo, what's up?
We got Bloomscreen, Island Fungi, Sperm in Space, my favorite username.
I chuckle every time I see it.
I think it's so funny. And then, like, it's even funnier looking at his profile picture because it reminds me. I don't know why it reminds me of Minecraft. So it's just like, I just get the idea of some like little 13-year-old with his username Sperm in Space.
And I also do mushrooms in secret under my bed.
Nah. Guys,
But you know what the actual profile picture is from?
Yeah, what is it?
It's Jailbot from Super Jail.
Never heard of it.
You're missing out.
I probably am. Oh, that salad was Life changing. Life changing come down food. Might have another salad. Who knows? The night is still young. So, what have we been working on this month? Anything fun?
I'm
Nope.
working on some unstable TVC from Dave.
Oh yeah, was that you posted that? They're kind of like long and lanky.
I mean, they're not super lanky. They're kind of like the long ghost, I guess. They have some really nice like black rings though, and a few of them have black caps. When I try to stabilize,
Nice.
yeah, should be
Yeah,
some spicy
TBC sounds
fun.
like a nightmare.
Yeah, and then I'm also running Phantom and Nats right now, so hopefully I can try to do some crosses. That'd be cool.
Ooh.
Bros, I actually joined because I have a question. I'm gonna be pressure cooking my own grains for the very first time, and
All right.
I'm just kind of curious when after I boil the grains or what have you, I'm done with that process. The actual sterilization happens when I put when I put the bags into the pressure cooker and cook them for 2.5 hours, right?
Yes. Depending how at what weight those bags are, I would even think about going for like 3 hours as well. I don't personally do bags, so take my advice with a grain of salt. Um, but if we're dealing with more weight, we usually need to sterilize for longer. So that also means you're going to want to add more water to the pressure cooker as well, because if you're running dry on a really long pressure cooker cycle, that's going to get dangerous.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no
Because I'm
problem.
just
What?
I'm just wondering
What? How much you
if
putting in each bag?
I'm probably gonna put in 1 kilo's worth.
And what kind of grain are
Uh,
you using?
I'm using rye grain.
I know rye can be a lot more forgiving. I could be wrong. If somebody has experience with rye, please chime in. I've only worked with really dirty oats and really clean millet.
Oat
All
Tech
right.
for life.
I hate oats. I hate them with a passion.
They do me right. I mean, I hate working with them because I hate the smell, but they treat me so well.
My thing with oats is like, you boil them. You got to make sure that everything's good on that end. Strain them out, and then you have to let them dry. And it's just like you're sitting there for like hours on end waiting for literally waiting for these grains to dry so you can shove them in a jar and then pressure cook them for another 2.5 hours. And it's just so time inefficient. And then like I got to millet, started using flash prep, and was like, oh, you load these grains wet. My grain prep takes me all of an hour. I'm not waiting for anything to dry.
No, it's just so
So
expensive, though.
it
Have
is
you used corn?
expensive.
Corn is pretty similar that way.
It's absolutely worth it in my opinion. It's just
Yeah,
it's so much easier to work with that I'm okay with paying 20 more cents per pound versus oats or
yeah.
something.
Like
How are you getting it for only 20 more cents per pound? Where are you guys sourcing your millet from?
I found
I
a feed and tack store about an hour from me, so I just make the journey, I did about once a month or once every couple months.
Like I'm paying about $1 per pound of millet, and I'm willing to pay the millet tax just because the amount of time I'm saving and the amount of like heartache that I am also eliminating from my process is just it's worth the extra $25. Or actually it's not even that much more. It's like maybe $15 more, $20 more, because like a bag of Producer's Pride oats by me is like $35.
I'm getting 50-pound bags of whole oats from a local feed store for $14 bag still.
See that at that point, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to use oats,
For
especially
sure.
if they're working for you. They're not giving you like a bunch of issues. Then, like, hell yeah, use those oats. But for me,
Yeah.
all I can get around here is like Producer's Pride. There are a couple of feed stores that stock the triple cleaned whole oats for like racing horses, but they end up being the same price as the millet, and it's just like I'd rather just pay for the millet and spend an hour to do my grains, and then ta-da, I'm done. But yeah, if
So
you're getting
I take
yeah,
it
go for
choosing
it.
the grains comes down to personal preference. Like whichever works best for you is the one that you should roll with.
Oh,
Like
for sure.
100%. There's no right answer for grain. Like everything works. You can use rice. You can use just about anything with some nutrients in it. So it's all about what
Yeah,
you can get good around you. So
and
everybody's gonna have a different answer.
whatever grain you can get the cleanest at the end of the day, because at the end of the day it's mushroom food. So if oats is getting you that 100% success rate, then use oats. Like, no, I have no issues with oats other than the fact that, like, Producer's Pride is crap. Their
It's
quality is
time consuming
crap.
for sure because I don't do flash prep anymore. So it's time consuming because it takes me about 18 hours to completely prep them. But I
Yeah,
clean them, and then when I'm soaking them, and I don't soak them for like 18 hours or anything, I soak them for like 6. All of the shit that I don't want floats to the top, and I can just strain it off, and then I just repeatedly wash it over and over again, and then I boil it shortly, and then load it up.
yeah, yeah. See, if that works for you, that works for you. I don't have a huge sink either. And it's just like I work in a very small confined area, so it's just like washing 10 pounds of oats in a little kitchen sink is just not a great look for me, especially when my girlfriend's around trying to cook. She's like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just I need to grow these mushrooms. And she's like, yeah, I know, but God, it smells like crap. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Well, that soak cleans your oats up pretty well, or
What's up?
It does. Washing them over and over again is what does it. I'll dump my bucket into a big colander in the sink. I have a separate kitchen that I do for my mycology work. We have a finished basement that we don't use, so I just kind of lucked out there. But um, I'll strain it into the colander and then put it back into the bucket, fill it back up, let it sit for an hour, strain it into the bucket, fill it back up, let it sit for an hour. After about 6 hours, it's coming out pretty clean. All the stalks are out. The kinds that I get, I'll have to look at the name. I source it because it's not the cleanest, but I source it because it has little bits of corn and stuff in it. So I know the place that I'm getting it from isn't monocropping. And I have a serious problem with monocropping. So it's worth it to me to clean it to know that I'm like ethically sourcing my grain, if there is such a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he doesn't. That when you're filling it up 3 or 4 inches above your grain as it's kind of soaking a little bit, all of the crap you don't want floats to the top. All of the corn, all of the stalks, all of the, the little bits and the empty holes, all of that stuff. So my grain comes out really clean, but it does take me overnight to prep it.
You do that in a 5-gallon bucket or in your big sink? I think you said.
I let it soak in a 5-gallon bucket, but I strain it into my sink with a colander in the sink, and then flip it and repeat it every hour or so.
I think I want to try something like that.
And then after that, I do a 20-minute flash prep, and then I spread mine out really thin on terry cloth towels on my kitchen sink, on my kitchen counter. I spread it out really thin, and I have 2 fans that blow on it. And it takes probably about 45 minutes for it to completely dry out, and then I just load it up, and I pressure cook for no less than 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I'm doing 1-quart mason jars, 9 of them, at around 3 hours and 15 minutes at my elevation, which is a little over 3,000 feet. At 3 hours and 15 minutes, the grains start bursting. So I try to hit that sweet spot of right around 3 hours. Less than 2 hours and 45 minutes, I do get endospores, which is where my name comes from. But right at 3 hours, I'm at 0.
I don't know. I think I'll try that. I'll try soaking some in a 5-gallon bucket like that, because I've been doing popcorn for years just because it's what I know and I've become familiar with, and I can get a 50-gallon or 50-pound bag from a restaurant supply store across the street here. But man, oats seems so much cheaper.
How much you paying per $50 bag of corn?
It's $51 for that 50-pound bag.
That's not terrible.
Mine's is like 35, 40 bucks.
Man, but when you guys say you're paying like $15, $20 for 50 pounds of oats.
I like
pay
it
like 20.
constantly, and there is no wrong. I mean, I've used rye, I've used wheat berry. The reason I use oats is because it has the best nutrient profile, and I don't like putting stuff in my substrate.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, oats. I will give it to oats. Like, nutrient wise, there's like the only better grain for nutrients is probably rye at that point.
Yeah, I've
I
been
don't
thinking
even
about
think
using a
necessarily rye is, but the thing with oats, more than any other grain, the thing with oats, you do not want exposed grains during colonization. I mean, you have to pseudocase every single time. I mean, and not just a light layer to cover up the grains. You want a good ½ inch to make sure that no grains are touching air.
Really? See, I've never pseudocased that. Like, I always pseudocase everything, but I've never pseudocased that thick. I don't know. Every every run of oats I've done has been at least slightly bacterial, if not worse. But yeah, I've always pseudocased as well.
But when I'm doing like wheat berry, I have exposed grains. I don't care. But with oats, because I use Pasty White's Easy Dial, so I don't use micropore or anything anymore.
Hell yeah!
I don't want to because I run 40 tubs at a time, and it's a pain in the ass to mess with micropore. So I go through 80 pounds of oats a month. With the Easy Dial, if one thing contaminates, everything around it's going to. So you have to keep that grain covered, because if air touches it, it's going to get katam.
That nuts. Yeah, the thing I love about listening to Pasty is that he has a lot of cool insight about like just growing on a bigger scale. And one of the things that I remember him saying is that like when you scale up your grow, your vectors for contamination scale up as well. So like getting your grain perfect and your substrate perfect is going to go a long way because you're also starting to deal with more competition at like higher volumes of growth.
That makes sense. My biggest issue is actually CO2 at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, because I use 2 different grow tents, and I have to pump out the CO2 because I got those tents so full.
Wow.
So I use positive pressure. I use 6-inch duct fans on both of them, and I have them going in from the top so that it pushes it out the vents in the bottom.
Wow. What strains you cultivating lately?
Well, I just got Blue Shakti, and based on a recommendation that I heard from a call that you were on before, I got Hillbilly Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Growing that out on agar as we speak. I'm on T3 of that at the moment. Stormtrooper, Amazonian. Amazonian is always my go-to. I know like a lot of people don't like brown cubes anymore with all the albinos, but I love Amazonian.
You know,
Yours?
I have see like one of my favorite cubes to grow is Golden Halo, and it's another brown cube. It just has really nice looking spores. So I have no animosity towards the brown cubes whatsoever, but just the spore dump. If I get to my tub, you know, an hour late, it's just it's crushing. There's just purple everywhere.
I don't like re-soaking anything, so I go 1-to-1, and I only do one flush usually.
That's fair.
Especially with brown cubes. Now I'm growing Rusty Whiteout again. Some Leucistic Jedi Mindfuck. Oak Ridge. I mess with Oak Ridge a lot because I'm actually just like 30 miles from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. So the local cubensis it's all Oak Ridge. Let's see, Golden Teacher, of course, because it sells well. God, Yeti. Hey, when are we doing the grow along for Ghostface Killa?
Oh man, I'm beating people off of Hash Oil's case because that project is it's on its way. It's doing its thing. It's just that Hash is taking his time with it. I know after the psilocybin cup, he had a lot of people hounding him for those spores. And we kind of had a talk where it was just like, listen, we can do a grow along whenever the project is ready. Just like take your time with the stabilization project. I think he was on F3 the last time we were talking. So it's not that he doesn't want to do the grow along, it's just that he wants to get the genetics to do what he wants them to do correctly. So
That's fair. That's totally fair.
yeah.
I just
So
want to make sure. I just want to make sure I'm not missing it.
oh, you're definitely not missing it. I promise you. As soon as I have details about when we're going to be doing that, everyone will know. We'll get as many spore swabs to as many people as possible. I'll probably do a lot of plates and send those out as well if we run out of swabs. Just things like that, getting it into circulation. It's just that right now, Hash is working on Ghostface, and I just don't want people really rushing him. That's all.
That's fair. Just asking.
Yeah, no. And I hope you know that I wasn't like dogging on you or anything like that.
No. I know. I was just
Because
asking. I hadn't seen anything
you're
posted on
not
the
the
wall.
first one. You're not the first one to ask. But yeah, Ghostface. I promise you, as soon as the grow along happens, you will all know. I promise.
Are we still doing Uncle Ben's?
Yeah, man. The Uncle Ben's grow along is going to be interesting.
I've never done
I'm
UV yet.
I've tried it once just for shits and giggles, and mind you, doing it in front of a flow hood, and it went terribly. It went awful. You know, everything at the window looked perfect actually, and then as soon as I did a break and shake, everything turned black, and I was like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
Oh, yeah. I modifying those bags or whatever, it just doesn't seem appealing. I mean, I want to try it just to say that I did, but I can't. I got to use a flow hood. I can't use a sab because I can't. I have no feeling in my left arm below my wrist, so
Oh,
I'm always scared working in a sab. I have a sab, but I'm always scared working in a sab that I'm going to cut myself or inject myself or something.
yeah, that's completely valid. Whatchamacallit?
Concerning.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people having a lot more success, not necessarily with Uncle Ben's, but with I think it's like the Dollar Tree version of their Uncle Ben's.
Yeah, all the generic brands pretty much have less moisture than the Uncle Ben
Yeah,
brand.
yeah,
So
that's what I've been hearing.
depends
So
on
I
like
think I'm gonna go to my local Dollar Tree and buy like 10 bags and just knock them up with a bunch of LC just to see what happens.
even the like mini rice cups. I've seen it work with that too. All kinds of whatever packaged sterilized grain you can find, I guess, to work.
Mhm.
I also just got notification that I have some Minami in the mail.
Oh, nice.
Once I grow that out and swab it, I'll hook up my homies if you guys don't have it yet.
Hell yeah. I think a lot of us have uh I always say his name wrong.
You know what? I had to look it up because I was curious. It's Limajetin.
Lemajetin. Okay,
Yeah.
Lemajetin Labs did a cross of Minami and I believe it was Pearly Gates, and it's called Yakuza. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
That sounds awesome.
Oh no! I'm thinking of Tori. Tori. It's called Tori. He did another cross with it. That's also called Yakuza. I think he crossed it with Yeti or something. It's something in the Tat lineage, I think. And that's the current grow along that's going. Also, the Phantom grow along is going as well. Good old Phantom. I've yet to get it to grow for me. But I have a swab set left, and I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Maybe it likes heat because I have like some really aggressive Phantom. Well, at least the mycelium is really aggressive. I'm about to fruit it maybe today or tomorrow. I already put it to.
It has been the slowest culture for me. When I first got a hold of it, it went bacterial real quick, and it took me like 2 or 3 transfers before I got it clean enough
Water
to where
agar,
I was
dude.
just like, yeah, I was being a dummy. Um, and I finally got it looking clean, and then I went to put it in long-term storage, and when it grew out, it was just like straight bacteria, and I was like, what happened? So I'm probably gonna scrap the culture that I have right now, and I'm just gonna start from the swab set that I still have.
Make some water agar. That's what I've been doing with all my swabs lately, and like 100% success rate.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna
Eh,
do for this run when I
what was that?
start out again.
Cascade?
What's up?
What was that method? Someone said water agar or something.
Yeah, it's just the same as how you make any other agar. You just don't add any nutrients like LME or anything. It's just straight agar and water,
Oh right.
and
Yeah, and
so
you would.
that way no contam or anything is going to germinate. Pretty much only the strongest thing, which is supposed to be the mycelium, is going to germinate on most plates. Yeah, it's worked well for me so far.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I also like to add a little bit less agar than I usually would for like a MEA or something like that, just so it's a little bit more wet and it gives the spores a little bit better chance. That's what I don't know if it helps or not, but that's just what I've always done.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
it's better.
I heard of like dialing back the agar from 10 grams to like 9 grams. Because the idea being that spores obviously need moisture in order to germinate correctly.
Yeah, I found the sweet spot at 8, and I pretty much just do 8 grams for everything nowadays. But I mean,
Yeah, so do I. I do 8 and 5 unless I'm doing water, and that's just 8 plain.
yeah, I think
Might
I did
have to try that.
7.5 for my water agar.
I might have to try that when I germinate these new spores because I was planning on doing water agar for germinating like El Chaco, KSAT squats, and Melmac TP, and going from there.
You guys ever dunk when you do swabs? I've been having good luck with that lately.
Dude, whenever I dunk my swabs, I get the nastiest contam.
Really?
I
I
get
always
the
dunk the
worst
end.
swab.
I streak some out, and I always dunk the last one. I usually get my first growth from the dunk plate. Usually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I always get the first growth from my dunk plate too, and it's usually green.
Fair enough.
I do 3 streaks and then a dunk and then clip the tip.
pedal mine, and I get my first.
Hey, is my mic better?
Much
Yeah, you
better.
sound good, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry
Is
about
there any
that,
way to still
y'all.
get Dancing Tiger?
Dancing
I'm
Tiger?
sure he's got some extra spores laying around. Yeah, just hit up Blue Myco.
Blue
I'm sure
Myco?
he's
Okay.
got prints. And if you're nice to him, he'll probably even send you the leucistic version too.
He's a generous guy.
He is.
If you guys are
My
having
homie.
contam issues with dunking, you should just cut off the tip. That's what I've been doing. Just cut off the tip, and then I'll pull off the rest of the swab and put on another plate. But the tip plate always germinates for me without contam. Well, at least when I use water agar.
I don't even bother anymore. I'm not that hard pressed for germination. I usually, when I'm streaking plates, I'm usually streaking at least 6 plates, and then I just call it a day for that swab. And usually 3 or 4 plates out of those 6 will germinate. I don't even bother dunking them just because all of the stress that I've had, like accidentally like moving a plate incorrectly, and then it dislodges itself from the agar, and then whatever contaminants might have been on like the stick itself get on the agar, and then everything's bacterial all of a sudden. It's just like, it's so much for me personally, it's just not worth
I've
doing. I'll just
also
streak a
had
bunch of plates.
Sorry, I've also had good luck with using some sterilized tweezers and just like picking off some cotton and jamming it down in the agar. That way you don't have to worry about the stick at all.
I love
That's true.
tweezers.
Tweezers are clutch, man.
Bro, I actually had a recent plate that the stick actually fell over in there, and surprisingly it was clean. I was expecting it all the contam out, but the mic grew over it, actually feeding on the stick right now. It's kind of weird.
That's hilarious.
It's the first time I've had that, because I usually get like a little bit of trike on the end of the stick. It's weird.
Yeah, it's either trike or penicillium.
Yeah, got a bunch of pans going right now.
Are you using a Martha for those?
Nah, I just got a humidifier going in the room. I got them in there with
Really?
the cubes and all
How's it
that.
going with those pans?
So I have already grown out the PHV and the TBVI. I got the stereo going now. I got 4 bins of that.
Oh, dude,
And
how have you tried TTBVI? That's like my white whale right now.
no, I haven't tried them yet. I tried the PHV, but a lot of people wanted the TTBVI, so I didn't get the chance to try them, unfortunately. But
Did you get it from Gordo?
no, I got them from Cosmo, or no, not Cosmo, Clyde.
Were they? Because I got my swabs from Gordo Tech and Estero from Gordo Tech, and they were contaminated to hell with trike, dude. Insane. Took me like months to clean, just like one time.
I think I got TTBVI in this or in the stereo from, I believe it was Clyde, because I grown out the PHV he sent me first, and then I have Neck D Red Spore from someone in one of the other servers who sent me a plate of that and some Pan Jamaicans going as well.
Yeah, it was definitely from Clyde because he sent me a print of PHV. I had an Estero print straight from Gordo. That went well actually. Like I just wanted to see if I could germinate them successfully when I was just starting out, and I did.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of tossed them because I was just like, I don't have the resources nor the time to try learning because I was also learning how to grow cubes, so I was just like, I'm not going to
Yeah, I
try to
wanted to get the
grow
cubes down
two
first.
different species at the same time. That's kind of insane. So I kind of just tossed the plates because I was just like, cool, I know how to germinate spores now. I can wipe my own ass, guys.
Yeah, dude, I got prints. I got a plate, but I don't know what happened to that fucking plate. It was all contaminated. I think the Jamaicans might be contaminated. I might have a couple clean transfers. I gotta actually check those plates here soon.
Yeah, and plus, if you got whoever got spores straight from Gordo, I'm sure if you contact him, he will replace them. Because Gordo's really nice. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, I seen
Definitely, yeah.
Gordo. I seen Jake. What's his name? Jake Onsid on fucking Facebook. His prints are kind of pricey. I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and like, there's a lot of complaints about his plates coming in like all messed up and like taking too long to ship and everything. And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, he was like, yeah, I'll give you 4 plates for
I don't know enough
145. I
about
was
the
like,
dude
holy
to say anything. I've just commenting on what I've observed, and I'm like,
now, all I'm gonna say is that's
I,
pretty
That
expensive.
dude
I
charging
gotten all these
hundreds for
pans from like
classes.
members of the community just by trading this shit. So it's like,
yeah,
it's
Clyde is
crazy.
like the resident pan grower here, so
Yeah, has Clyde been posting? I haven't seen him in a while.
he like he posts up a bunch and then he disappears and then he posts up again. Like it's really funny. Cause like he sent me albino riptide, he sent me an LC of TTBVI, he sent me the print of PHV, and then I didn't hear from him for like a month.
Yeah.
And I sent him a bunch of swabs because I don't know. I like sending out spores when I'm not being lazy. Also, I need to go on public record and formally apologize to my good friend Hobbs, who has just made it clear to me that I've been slacking on her genetics. And I didn't realize this, but she's been waiting for me to send her some spores for the last 5 months. So I apologize, Hobbs. Please forgive me. I've been a bad mentor and a bad friend. I beg your
Yeah.
forgiveness.
Yeah, I'm keeping the spore shit to. If someone asks, I'm more than happy to give them. But like, I'm not. I don't know. I'm too scatterbrained to send them out. Like, be like, oh yeah, advertising.
This is how
I don't
bad
know.
I am, though. This is how bad I am, though. I have the envelope. It is all written out and everything. Spores in tow. I have the address written out on the envelope. I just haven't gone to the post office and sent it. For 5 months. For 5 months, this envelope has been sitting there, and poor Hobbs has been so kind and patient. And then today she was like, "Yeah, it's been 5 months," and I'm like, "I'm really sorry. I'm extremely sorry." So
Yeah,
I'll
I've been
be.
trying to, because I got to a point where I was just receiving and sending out so much shit. I was just like, all right, I need to just grow out what I have. I don't even think I've gotten around to what I've grown now. I think everything now is have on plates is new. Other
Dude,
than the
I have a
Shakti, I'm working
mount.
with the Shakti because I had a giant come out of there. So I'm gonna try to see if
I
I can
have a
pull that
mountain.
out.
I have a mountain of spores that I have not even fucking germinated. Some of them I'm looking at and I'm like, I'm not gonna grow you out. I don't want to. It's just like at this point, like there's some swabs in my library that I have just to flex. Like I have some wild Mexican K-rulescent swabs that have been sitting in my library for a minute. I have Psilocybe K-rulips from Ohio, also just been sitting in my drawer. I have OG penis envy now. I do plan on growing that out, though. I will say.
Yeah, I got the I have OG penis envy. It's a fucking bitch though. I got it from Sporeworks. It was like one of the first LCs I'd gotten. I got that, albino penis envy, and golden teacher. And the penis envy's a bitch, dude. I only got it the first time I got it to fruit was in a all-in-one grow bag somehow.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, I fucked it up and I put the cake like on the tinfoil on top of perlite inside of the bin. Yeah, did it all fucked up. But it somehow fruited. And ever since then I haven't been able to get it to fruit at all. Like
No,
it's only blobbed up on me.
How do you guys store your LC?
What's up?
How do you store your LC? Liquid culture?
Everybody does it differently. I throw mine in the fridge, but I've known people that are like, yeah, man, you could just have them at room temperature and they'll do fine. I throw them in the fridge just because it's just like I could go months before I decide, oh, yeah, I have this LC. Let me grow this out.
Yeah, I just throw them in the fridge, but I've been storing all my stuff on agar plates. I don't know why. I just seem to like the plates more. But I've noticed them they're starting to dry out and condensate and stuff, so I should probably move to LC here soon.
Shrink up, yeah.
Which, speaking of storage, let's talk about the usage of slants, because a lot of people are under the impression that they need to store their cultures on slants when they're not going to use the culture for like maybe 2-3 months. And slants are really meant to like be a storage option for like, we're talking about like years, not months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
Like years, like that's something that you're done with. Like you worked, you're done with, and you're like, all right, that's at a good place. I'll store it on a slant for whenever I feel like getting back to it.
Like if you just, and I've been the biggest person that's been like, yo, you can store your cultures if it's only going to be like 6 months to a year. You could just store your cultures on a really thick cord plates of agar and just throw them bitches in the fridge and forget about them.
Oh yeah, I have plates
They're gonna be.
that are a little bit over a year old that are still looking all right. I did transfers on them and they just bounce right back.
You said a firm agar in the fridge?
Yeah, it's So the strength of agar I have is like excellent strength. I only put like 15 grams of agar in per 1,000 milliliters.
Oh, see, I only do like 10 to 500.
Yeah, that's the standard.
Yeah.
The other day I tried it with no agar and poured 40 plates before I realized I didn't put agar in it. Shit.
I've done that before. That shit
Oh,
sucks.
so you just put in 40 plates of water. Oh, that
It was,
sucks.
it was
I can imagine myself doing that and just like sitting in front of the flow hood being like, why aren't these plates like fully setting? What's going on here? Oh, this is just water. This is just water in a dish.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got fucking.
we're talking about the grip. We're talking about the grip plates, not just the little cheap, condiment cups.
Oh man.
Yeah, I get the cell treat plates. They're nice.
Are those with the grip ring?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I get. Box of 500. Yeah.
See, I'm bougie and I use glass plates.
I don't know.
Glass plates are nice.
Yeah.
I've been looking into getting
I
some.
like
They're all
reusable.
expensive.
Here's my thing.
Yeah. eBay.
With the way that you're gonna use plates up like crazy, like glass plates pay for themselves very quickly. The only downside to glass plates, and I'm gonna tell this to everyone, is that they're extremely clunky and slippery. So I do not recommend them for people that are working in a still air box. They're just not great for that. They don't stack well. They're really bad at stacking. I won't stack more than like 4 plates at a time, and even that's cutting it close.
Like
Go ahead.
like the condiment cups, only 3 or 4 high.
Oh, I don't use condiment cups. I use glass plates.
I remember I hate condiment cups, dude, because I moved the box of my plates even the smallest bit, and they all just fall over. I'm like,
Pain.
I should
Especially
use some regular plates.
If I have something I'm trying to clean up, I might use the condiment cups just to get it looking good. Move it to a big plate.
Which, speaking of which, I might need to stock up on more glass plates just because they look so nice.
Another dozen.
I might have to buy another 20.
I've been thinking about getting those.
I will say, if you go for glass,
reusable plates. Sorry.
What's up?
I said I've been thinking about getting those micropose reusable plates. I haven't heard much about them, but
the micropose plates, I think they're a great idea. My only issue is that like you have to buy a scalpel to go with them to not scratch the plates, and then you have to then sterilize that scalpel in the pressure cooker. And I really don't like the idea of not being able to re-sterilize my scalpel between transfers in between plates, because that is a huge vector for contamination.
they have like a special scalpel they use for the plates to make sure you don't scratch them up.
Yeah.
Micropose.
The macro.
It's like,
Dude, the micropose PP5 plates don't even have screw threads. You still have to wrap them. So you still have to buy wrap. But they're literally like the same size almost, or I don't know if they're the same size, but those
They're not
bead
bad.
containers,
I mean,
the Amerisumer ones, they're amazing. I've run them 10
I use
plus
those all the
times.
time.
Like no wrap, no mod, no holes, no micropore, no nothing. It's awesome.
No, they're great, and they're really great for doing no pores as well. The only thing that I'll knock about them, and this is coming from someone who, because I only use reusable plates, whether that be glass or the PP5 bead containers.
Right.
The bead containers definitely need to be replaced after a certain amount because they start warping, and then those threads, they don't really secure the top as well. And then I've noticed that the plates that are issues are usually the ones where the threads aren't completely flush. And that's really fucking annoying. But other than that, I have no complaints, especially because like you can get like a batch of 20 of them for like $10.
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty
that's
cheap.
huge. That's
I
huge
was
right
using
there.
the Target 4-ounce twist lock ones before that, and those are awesome too. If you guys want to get consistent plate pins on like every plate, MYA with those really tall 4-ounce cups with a modded hole for FAE, it basically turns the plate into like a little mini terrarium. And
Yeah, you're talking
if I
about like
leave
basically
those,
an in vitro plate situation.
yeah, yeah. And like if I'm having trouble with a culture, I'll just like
Let it
leave
grow.
it 3 months or something. It'll pop a plate pin usually. Then I clone that, it'll
Yeah.
pack tubs.
It does. I've
I
noticed
heard.
the
I,
couple of tubs that I've ran with just using a plate pin, they pack house.
yeah, yeah. When I've done that, I've heard that makes them less potent. I don't much believe that, but
Now the plate pins are the cheat code. They just don't want you to know it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Straight up,
whoever's
bro.
saying
Any
they're
plate
not
pin
as
I've ever
potent,
fucking cloned, it just blows the fuck up. I don't
yeah,
know.
whoever's telling you that they're less potent either doesn't know what they're talking about or doesn't want you to grow at your best.
Yeah, if I get I've got a bunch of plates that won't pin, and I don't want to put a plate that don't pin to a tub. I want to see it pin, or at least something happening in there before I put it to a tub. And my big thing is I only go for the ropes, and everybody's telling me, "Oh no, you'll get better ones with the
Cementos.
yeah," and I only go for the ropes. If I don't see the ropes, I'll keep transferring it until I do.
See, I almost never get ropes.
Yeah,
I
don't
just
do
feed
I'd be
everything.
pins.
fucked if I didn't put that to grain. If I was waiting for that, I'd be fucked. Nothing I have.
I wouldn't have grown anything.
Yeah, I get ropes like later on down the line usually. Like when it's like, so I have the 8, what is it? Version 1.0 from Sportworks. That shit never gives, or actually, I can't. I'm lying. It did give me some ropes on the first couple of germination plates. I will say, I don't know what's up with that shit.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh shit! I did some plates just the other day. I just got the new heat induction coil.
Oh yeah, for the scalpels?
Yeah.
I
And
love mine.
I was testing it out. Yeah, I got one that's got little arms and settings and shit on it. Fucking paid a couple $100 to figure out. I don't know a bunch of shit about that. I mean, it's got little programmable settings where you can press it for loops, and it will heat up every 10 seconds or every 20 seconds. Or I just got it to where I can push the set button and it comes on, and I let the set button off in 10 seconds.
Yeah, the one that I have is basically it's a 3D printed enclosure for the induction sterilizer. And then it has a button that you can use, but it also has a foot pedal, and I just use the foot pedal to turn it on and
Oh
off.
yeah, I love the foot pedal. I got one of the Sleepies like when he was first making them.
Yeah,
That shit's hurt.
he did mine up because I just threw him money. I was just like, "Yo, can you make me a purple one that has like cool LEDs and a foot pedal?" And he's like, "I got you." And um, if you go on his website and you look at his induction sterilizers, there's a picture of the purple one he made for me on his website
Who's this?
because it was that sick.
Yeah, I think I've seen
Sleepy
it.
Panda.
It was fucking smooth looking.
Yup.
You ended up getting
Sleep.
the plain black one. I think it was like literally one of the first ones he made or some shit. It was just
Yeah.
a plain black with the sticker on it.
Yep. He always puts the sticker on it. RIP, he's no longer in the server, but yeah, Sleepy. Don't give your money to Myco Geeky.
Oh
If
shit!
you're,
I didn't
if
know Sleepy wasn't in the server anymore.
Yeah, no, he's not here anymore. But if you're gonna give your
Yeah, I
money
was
to
gonna
anyone,
ask about that if he was still a good vendor.
Yeah.
if there's a good vendor, yeah. So like either go to Sleepy Panda or the other guy who does really top notch builds, and his are like super customized is Thermo Helix. He's only on Instagram, I believe. But he does insane custom projects. Like he's got a couple of models to pick from, and his are balls to the walls, like amazing induction sterilizers.
What's guy's name? Hold
All
on.
right.
Get a pen.
I got a
said,
question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
So I have literally always used Verm in my sub, but I just made a batch with just cocoa. Who runs just cocoa? Like, I'm just curious about. I usually pack it pretty tight in the tub. Does it make a difference with just cocoa?
I mean, I don't think it makes a difference with all of my. Excuse me.
Doesn't hold as
With
much.
all of my tubs, I just pack them down no matter what, because it seems like if I don't pack them down, I get a shit ton of side pins. So I feel like
and
the secret is definitely packing it down nice.
Nice and tight.
Yeah, because I used to
I've
use liners thinking it would help me not get side pins. But then I stopped using liners. I tried a tub without one, and I just packed it down really tight, and I haven't gotten side pins yet. So
Yeah, so the whole idea behind liners is not for side pins. I don't know when this idea started getting circulated, but liners are specifically for after your tub is done. It's just for easier cleanup.
Oh yeah, no, I've definitely noticed that because now I got all that dirt stuck to my fucking tubs, and I gotta actually clean them. Because before I just
Yeah.
pull the liner out, wipe it down with some ISO, and it'd be good to go.
you don't put
Yeah,
your line cocoa.
every time I don't use a liner, I always regret it because then I'm like scrubbing a tub because like there's mycelium that's like stuck to the plastic. There's just a bunch of crap.
Oh yeah, I just did that. It sucks.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, I think I was using liners. I just got to a point where I was doing so many tubs, I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm just gonna throw it directly in the tub. Because I think at one point I had I had like around 15 tubs going. Like I had my whole room full of fucking tubs. But then I took a little break.
15 and your room was full. You must have a small room.
Yeah, I got a little small 1-bedroom apartment. I just use the bedroom for fucking mushroom shit. But I also have my flow hood, and then I also have my grain rack in there.
Talking about how his apartment man coming to check out apartment. He didn't know what to do. So he picked his bed up and put it up against the wall and put all of his tubs and covered it up with his blanket. It looked just like a bed.
bro, I used to sleep next to my mono tubs. They used to be stacked up right next to my bedside.
Yeah, pretty close.
I
I'm
about
disabled. Don't walk around much, so my stuff is all.
Cosmo. I got some. Or I made those sorghum plates. I'm about to use them. Hopefully they come out to play.
Hell yeah.
What was the guy's name you said was only on Instagram?
Thermo Helix.
Spell it.
ThermoHelix. I am so impressed with myself that I was able to spell because also you have to understand I am on the come down of like a 4-gram mushroom trip right now.
Uh-huh.
I would just put
The
Felix.
Which one?
I thought you said Felix.
I took 4 grams of albino riptide, and man, they live up to the hype.
I want some of them. I want to get some Riptide. Every Riptide I've got has not fruited.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to grow. I will tell you that.
And that and Ringo. But I just got
Never heard of Ringo.
like Ringo apes, really. I just got a new Ringo wave, so I'm worried. I'm curious on if it's going to fruit or not.
I've never heard of Ringo. What's its lineage?
I don't know.
Damn.
Toque F7 was the most bullshit for me.
Nah.
Toque
You want
F7.
to talk about Toque F7? Hold on. Let me. At this point,
That
I
was
think
great.
I think I need Bits to like turn my Toque F7 tub into like an emote in this because it's just become a meme at this point. Let me let me bless you all with my Toque F7. Hold on. Gotta find the picture. It's a little bit. Needless to say, I got a full canopy,
Me too.
and I got a full canopy of basically just B plus, and I was so pissed that I just tossed the entire tub. I didn't even bother picking it. Ah, here's the here's the culprit. I'm posting it in chat. This is like the 30th time I've posted it. I got an almost full canopy, and I came home to a sport dump tub, and I just threw it in the garbage. I was so mad.
Where'd you send the picture?
It's in the Hangout chat.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I just sent one.
Yeah, you,
Yeah, I'll show you all these.
you see that?
Or the AA plus that I had that fucking
Man.
sporulated all over me overnight. I was kind of mad.
Oh, so if you guys want to check out my isolation of Toque Black Cap, hit me up, bro. $60 per swab.
Like,
They're in high demand right now, and I'm gonna
Dude,
cross them with
cheap.
Starry Night Ape next.
I get the hangout. Wherever I was invited at, I also put the picture of my tub, the F7.
Yeah, F7. I got Toque Black Cap F7. I'm actually thinking about renaming it to F12 and selling those swabs for like $50 a pop.
Oh,
So
I see.
it. Oh yeah, and don't worry. I swabbed the caps instead of the gills, so you're gonna get the best spores. The best spores are on top of the mushroom.
Yeah,
The
they're the most
cleanest.
fertile, I hear. Definitely.
It's that deep knowledge.
Also, for any noobs listening, do not take what I just said as fact.
I was just about to say.
I'm being facetious, and I'm just still mad about my grow. Do not take spores off of the caps of your mushrooms. I repeat, do not take spores off the caps of your mushrooms. Please and thank you. This has been a public service announcement from your boy Cosmo.
Yeah, man, I had that happen recently. I had some the AA pluses. I came home that night from work. I saw them. They looked perfect to pick, but I was like, maybe they can wait overnight. Woke up first thing in the morning, and there's just fucking spores everywhere.
Famous last words. They can go a little bit longer. I don't need to pick. Oh, nope. I should have picked them. 30 minutes later, the entire tub is black with spores.
Straight up.
Is the room hangout?
So
What's up?
when the Hangout chat, if you hover over it, right to the right of where it says Hangout 1, it's open chat. Click that.
I think I had that happen with me with some leucistic Cambodians as well. Did the same shit.
That's why I don't bother with spore droppers anymore. I just don't bother.
Shoot, with the leucistics, I had a little corner that looked like they were low spore. So I took some clones from them and took a couple of swabs. So I'm hoping I can maybe get a low spore variant of it.
That would be dope.
Is it hanging out? 11 wanted to trip so bad, stupidly. Ate a random mushroom.
Wait, what?
Oh no! The very, very last thing it says VC anybody. Is that the hangout room? Nope, that's general chat too. Shit.
You're in the VC right now.
Yeah, if you look over the channel with all the icons for the people in it, Hangout 1, in that same bar to the right, there should be a little, like it looks like a text message. You should be able to click on that and it'll open up the Hangout 1 chat.
Where it says voice connected? Amanda? You're not on here.
Oh, are you on your phone?
Yeah.
I think if you click the screen, there might be a chat button at the bottom. I'm not on my phone right now, so I don't know.
Top right. Hold on. I'll help you. All right. So if you click the screen, you'll see on the top right corner, there's like a chat bubble. If you hit that chat bubble, it brings you into the Hangout 1.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen it on other chats, but it's not on here. It just says voice connected. Look there in the green.
Oh my God, Bits. The madman, he did it. we got a new emoji, guys. It's my terrible Toque fucking tub.
Toque
Hell
Black
yeah.
Cap.
Toque Black Cop, everybody. If you want some swabs, hit me up. $70 a pop. No refunds. If they contaminate, that's your fault. I don't do anything wrong.
Standard procedure.
It's standard procedure, baby. I'm
You
just
just
trying to
tell them,
make
you
my
know,
buck and get out.
You just say, be better. You know, don't
Just
suck.
be better at mycology. Like,
Yeah.
my spores aren't the problem. Your sterile technique is the problem. You just suck at mycology. What's that? You streaked 6 plates and all of them grew penicillium? No, that wasn't the swab, bro. You probably sneezed on all 6 of those plates. You don't know anything.
Cosmo.
What's up?
I needed to say the name so I could hear whose voice it was because I can't look. But those albino stargazers.
Yes.
The new thing, the second flush popped up these really cool ones. Super wide cap, really short stipe. And I'm going to call it Lily Pad. And I'm just going to keep pushing it until there's like no stipe and just all cap.
So the fun thing about those albino stargazers, because the albino stargazers were first isolated by Susie Greenberg, aka Nikki Miko's wife. She was the one that found them. I got a streak plate from somebody who's running a giveaway on Instagram, and these stargazers, I believe, are like either F1 or F2. So they're super early in the generations, because I think what's on their website right now is either F3 or later. So the fact that you're getting like cool different stuff, please post some pictures of that, because my grow of albino stargazers was disgusting. It was terrible. It was just noodles everywhere.
Have you eaten them yet?
No, they've been sitting dried and in their vacuum sealed bag. I think when I got done drying, I didn't even have like, I'm pretty sure I had less than 10 grams.
Yeah, I see the black ones. Yeah. Is that your? Wow.
Yeah, that was Toque F7, baby.
It's Cambodios or something. Cambos.
Oh, yeah, the
Are you talking
Cambos,
about Nexus
I did the
post?
same shit. I waited overnight, and then they fucking correlated all over the place. But you see that one corner doesn't really have much spores, so I took some clones and shit from there. Because some of those gills, they weren't black at all. They were mostly white. So I'm hoping I can get a low spore out of there. Been having trouble trying to get this fucking ghost revert to go in bags every time I try. This is like my second time trying them, and I've gotten random trike show up.
Oh man, is that the leucistic revert that Wiz found?
Yeah, Wiz sent me his like the first spores that he got, and then I think he pulled Swamp Ghost. Then I happened to get this here, I'll post some pictures of it.
There's my
I have
spores.
Because I have spores of his leucistic revert of Ghost, and there's so many spores I need to grow. Oh God, I'm a terrible mycologist. I'm not a mycologist. I'm a hobby grower. I should correct myself. I'm not a scientist.
Did I send the picture to the right place then?
So I will say that those spores that I got from him were finicky. The first like 2 tubs I did of them didn't give me anything. They gave me like really mini mushrooms that weren't very many of them. Then the third round I finally got something to work with. And hold on, if I can fucking find the pictures, I got so many pictures in here. Yeah, I don't fucking know where they're at.
Did I send the right picture to the right place?
No, I need to manage all my pictures. I need to start putting them in like files or something.
I need to do like a purge of my iPhone, because when I was tripping earlier, I was just like, my God, I am just outing myself left and right. If anybody like got a hold of my phone and looked at the pictures, I'd be so screwed. Like, I was sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I think the next phone I get is going to be like a regular flip phone. I'm going back to basics because I'm like, why would I out myself like this? This is so dumb. So dumb.
Shit, I'm at that point where it's like, hey, they catch me, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Shit's most likely going to be legal here within the next 5-10 years. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, but I'm too pretty for prison, and 7 to 10 don't look good for me.
Yeah.
Ah, here they are. Finally, fucking found those motherfuckers.
Ah, crap. Let me go get my phone charger. Oh, wow. We have an actual good grow of Toque F7. What is this?
Yeah, so
Who did this?
That's me.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's sick.
Thank you.
That's badass.
Thank you.
That's a grow that I wouldn't just instantly throw in the dumpster. Congratulations, you made Toque F7 do something.
Thank you.
You are one of like 2 people I've seen that was able to successfully grow Toque F7 and it looked like what was being advertised.
Think I've been growing for like a little bit more than 10 years, like 12 years actually.
You know what's funny? I just hit my 1-year anniversary.
I learned from people that's been doing it for 6 months. Maybe it's not what not to do, but I still learn from them.
Oh yeah, man. Some of the stuff I hear is just like, yeah, man. I've been adding egg carton to my substrate. What do you think? I'm like, I think that's really dumb, and I'm not going to tell you that in that manner because I don't want to be an asshole. But I'm usually like, yeah, man. The great thing about Coco Quar is that it works really good at what it does, and you don't really. All you got to do is add water. All you got to do is add water. That's it. And that's usually how I phrase those types of things, so I don't like come off as an asshole. But it's just like we don't got to reinvent the wheel here. We really don't. Coco Coir is great. It does its job really good.
When you use vermiculite, do you use the fine or the thick ones?
What's up?
Like you can get vermiculite in either fine, like grade, or chunky grade.
I think I used the fine grade. I gotta hold on. Let me look at the bag that I have.
Coarse. It's the fine and coarse. That's it. There's fine and medium and coarse.
Whatever Ace Hardware has in stock, that's what I use. Where's my substrate stuff? All right, vermiculite. What does it say? Professional grade vermiculite.
Fine grade if it's professional.
Yeah, it just says professional grade, so
There's little.
Yeah, the stuff at Ace Hardware is the fine grade. I have heard that the coarser stuff makes the cake shrink less. Maybe you get more side pins, but that was only one person, and I don't really know if I believe that.
Always use coarse. I'm pulling a
well, the
handful.
idea of using vermiculite is that it helps keep water in. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense to a point, but I don't care enough. I really don't. I'm usually only looking for a first flush, maybe a second flush of if I'm being lazy about like cleaning out my tubs, I'll get like more flushes, but I'm really looking for that first flush.
Yeah, I just go for 2 and that's it. If I get a third one, it's
Yeah.
only got the tub. Throw it out.
Yeah, at the third flush, I'm getting like 4 or 5 mushrooms at that point, and it's just like it's not even worth it. Why am I doing this?
When you put your tubs together, do you put like you mix your cocoa and spawn? Your cocoa and vermin spawn. Do you mix them together or do you put layers?
Oh, I just mix all that crap together. I don't put a lot of thought into like how I'm spawning tubs. I was blowing people's mind the other week when I told them that I don't pasteurize my cocoa coir whatsoever. And when I spawn my tubs, like I've spawned tubs like in open air outside without gloves because I don't care. I've noticed no difference. My contam rate doesn't change whatsoever. Spawning a tub is not a sterile procedure anyways. So there's that. I see a lot of noobs will trip over that one where they're just like, how do I spawn my tub and keep it clean? And it's just like, listen, if your grain's good and your substrate is at field capacity, you're all good. You could spit in that tub, and if you have a good culture and clean grain, it's still gonna fruit.
You know, I've had cocoa and berm and open it up and seen green trench in it, totally green. So I went and got
insane.
Yeah, they say that's impossible. Well, shit, I've seen it firsthand. So now when I do it, I'll boil my water for like 20 minutes in the PC at 15 psi, and then I put it in the cooler with the cocoa and berm, like a big cooler, and let it sit overnight. Right now it's sitting overnight. In the morning I'll be able to use it. I'll put 2 5-gallon buckets in it, or 2 bucket techs in that one cooler.
Yeah, I need to look up the tech for using a whole 10-pound brick of cocoa, because I buy the 10-pound bricks because that way I always know that it's at 650 grams. But now I'm to the point where I'd rather just use the whole 10-pound brick in one shot because I'm gonna go through it anyways.
Yeah,
I need
with the 66 quart tubs.
Damn, yeah, if I'm running 60, 6-quart tubs, like I just need to use the whole 10-pound brick.
Oh yeah, I've been noticing that too. Like 650 grams, that only gets like 266 quart tubs. Then I gotta make more.
Yeah, if that. If
Really?
that, you know.
Yeah, seriously, I don't think it gets that much. 266. How thick are you put? How thick are you putting your cake in it?
I'm usually doing 3-to-1, so usually like 3 or 4 inches of sub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably around that 2.5, 3 inches. But if I'm doing pans, it's closer to like 1.5.
Now, here's another. I put mine in layers, and what I'll do is I'll put like a lower of cocoa and berm on the bottom, like let's say like a fourth of an inch or a half inch. And then I'll put a layer of spun. Then I'll put another layer of vermin cocoa and another layer of spun, and then a top layer, which is the cocoa and berm. And I'll put it in colonizing for like a week, take it out, and I get good results.
Oh, you do the lasagna method?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I put my quarter in, dump my. I do 3-pound bags of spawn, so I just dump my bag of spawn in there, mix it all together, tamp it down, and then give it a pseudo casing layer. You're good to go.
See,
I do this same exact thing.
My cake is probably about 3 to 4 inches, maybe 5 at the most. But I started doing some like some Enigma and Nebulous and HTF and Chupacabra spring.
Chupacabra?
Yeah, that's it. And I've actually been layering those and thinking, damn, that's kind of stupid because they go for 4 months straight. So I'm trying to do them now with no layers, just one layer in the middle. And would it matter if you wanted the bigger mushrooms if you've got more cocoa and berm on the bottom or on the top? Where does it pull the water from? Moisture?
I don't know. I don't think it would really matter. I think you just want to make sure your spawn's like evenly distributed throughout the quarter and stuff, so it can absorb all the moisture from it as much as it can.
Yeah, only thing I could think is if you put a lot on the bottom, you might end up getting more bottom pins because of the extra moisture content down there. But
if I have a cake that drops spores, I'll flip them sometimes and let them go.
Do they keep growing after you flip them?
Yeah, hell yeah, they do.
Oh, okay. I've heard some people say after they flip a cake, all the pins just abort.
No. Sometimes, yeah, but not all the time.
Okay.
And I think
it's
on how hard you pack it down, actually.
That makes sense.
I mean, I pack it down enough to where when I pull the mushrooms out, it doesn't tear up the sub. You know, it doesn't break it all up in little big holes and stuff. So I want to pack it down, pretty tight. But yeah, sometimes I'll have something that will drop a lot of spores, and I'll just that's something else I was going to ask. You were talking about the liners.
Yeah, what's up?
You soak them? You don't take the liners off?
Oh God, no. That's another thing. I don't soak my cakes between flushes. I I truly abuse my cultures. When I spawn a tub, it goes straight into fruiting conditions. First of all, I don't differentiate between those things because, like, out in the wild, mycelium isn't waiting for CO2 to be restricted and then start colonizing the patty. It's just going to colonize the manure and do its thing.
But it's
with the liners, it's really just about like cleaning the tub is easier that way, and then in between flushes and stuff, I just heavily mist the walls and then I leave it alone until it's ready to harvest again. I don't dunk cakes or anything like that.
I've actually tried spray painting the liner on. with black spray
Mhm.
paint.
Yeah.
I've only got one tub that way. Don't know how the results are going to come. I know it's stuck to the bottom, so soaking it is a lot easier. But yeah, it's according to how big the flush is. If I soak it, if it's like that Torque one, yes, I'll soak it. If it's like I mix my spawn and sub and running around 30 tubs, opening them up, taking out 4 to 7 mushrooms, it's very aggravating. If I open the tub, I want to take out 20 at
That's
least.
fair.
Oh shit. And so yeah, when I put them in layers, I'll get the full canopy. If I mix them, I'll have them popping up at different times. You'll have to open the tub up just to cut 1 or 2 of them out so those don't drop spores and stuff. It's very aggravating. You spend your entire day taking 1 or 2 out, 1 or 2 more, 1 or 2 more. Hey, I got 12. I got 12 mushrooms today. The fuck?
Nah. That's why I don't even bother with the spore droppers. I've been really enjoying the hillbilly pumpkin because they are brown cubes, but they don't drop spores. It's amazing. So great. And the thing is, like, their gills visibly look purple, so you know that, oh yeah, I can swab these if I want. They put out weight. That culture, I swear you can throw that culture at a wall with some core and it'll grow in the corner of your room. It doesn't care. It just grows.
Wrench, like LC that I was shaking the other day, and
Mhm.
the tip of it came out, and I got it all over a window. Not a window, but a mirror. Like 2 or 3 days after that, I started seeing like this mold or something growing on it. I started freaking out. Oh no, I got mold on my... No, it was from the LC. Like, shit.
New tech just dropped, everybody. Mirror tech. Let's get it.
I was like, my God, yeah, that was amazing. If I'd have known what it was, I wouldn't have wiped it down. I'd let it grow.
Just have some cubensis eating your house.
Well, it's like I got my dehydrator in the house. Someone said the other day, don't dehydrate your stuff in the house. You'll get spores everywhere. Man, I'm telling you what, I've got spores all in my house if that's true.
Well, my thing is like as soon as you open up a tub, like that's a spore geyser right there. So you already have spores in your tub. And they're
Yeah.
already on your clothes. Wherever you go, like you have cubensis spores on you if you grow.
So I feel like the spore thing isn't as big a deal as people make it out to be. Like, I opened up plenty. Like, I had 100 quart of Cad's Phantoms that had spores all over the place, and fucking opened that up. It didn't seem to have any problems. Oh.
I just have like, because personally for me, I have asthma, so like
Oh yeah,
I can
I know.
I can't be dealing with like a huge spore dump. And like even when I am harvesting, I'm usually using like a KN95 mask, just to be cautious because I don't know, I don't want to develop a spore lung real quick. I
Oh
know
yeah, no, sorry,
that's
good.
usually a issue with oyster mushroom farmers, but I'm just extra careful because I don't need another illness to hit me too. I already have a hard enough time breathing normally.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely use a mask when I'm doing the spore droppers. I just meant like I guess spores getting in your room. I don't know. I've heard people try to say that, oh, you're gonna get if don't open your tub in your grow room, you're gonna get spores all over the place and it's gonna fuck everything up. And I'm like, I don't.
That's
Like I said,
dumb.
the only bad thing really is like you said, the breathing aspect of it. Which I'm sure
Yeah.
breathing in a bunch of spores isn't good for anyone. So, yeah, I
Like my
definitely
thing
recommend
is like for the people using like Pacey's easy dial tubs and stuff with the open holes, like you don't think that spores aren't floating around. Dude, there's spores actively going in and out of that tub. You know, people don't understand that there are spores in the air that you are breathing right now.
Oh yeah, the air that we're breathing is dirty. It's amazing. If I take an agar plate and leave it just in open air, just in open air, close it up, how much contamination is in it.
Actually, you know what? I have a blank agar plate right now, and I'm using my AC. I'm about to open it up in front of the AC and see what grows on it in the next week.
Oh, you'll be surprised.
Oh yeah, I know. It's gonna be fucking gross, but also, come on, it's for science.
Yeah, I kind of check my flow hood. Like I got the 2x4 flow hood. I kind of keep my flow hood airs checked because when I'm working, I'll open one up and set it there in front of it, and I'll do all my work. And you know, if it's contaminated, I know I need a new filter.
Fair enough. Oh, am I an idiot? Do I not have any more cling wrap? Oh, that hurts my feelings. Life is suffering.
I'm still trying to get through this parafilm. It gets a little annoying when it doesn't stick to the plates half the time. I've been hearing cling wrap's a little bit better.
Oh yeah, specifically plant grafting tape. You can buy like 3 rolls of it from Amazon for like $10. Yeah, $12 or whatever it is. And it works better than parafilm. Do not spend $50, $60 on a roll of parafilm that's going to dry out on you and however long it takes. I don't know. I've never spent money on parafilm for that reason. It's a fucking scam.
You see, I got the parafilm. I got the roll, whatever, like way when I first started. I'm still getting through it. Like I think I bought it like about 4 or 5 months ago now. And yeah, it's definitely annoying because you stretch it out too much, and then it like wants to make holes in the fucking sides, and then I don't know if that's causing contamination or what, but yeah, if it gets holes in the side of it before it's done fully colonizing, I'll at least get a little spot of something on that corner where it broke at.
Yeah.
I'm so sad right now because I don't have I don't have plant grafting tape to reseal this monstrosity of a plate. Because once I open it, it's just gonna be Contam City. I'm so sad.
Oh god. I guess I can hide on my foot when it's.
Wait. Is
You found
Cosmo a
some?
secret genius? Hold on. Am I a secret genius? It's not looking too good. Hold on. In my box of goodies, please. Nope, just false hopes and broken dreams. And my drawer of goodies. Dang. Might have to use micropore tape. Hello?
Yeah.
What was that?
That's me playing with the radio.
Oh, nice.
All right, boys, I'm gonna head on up out of here. You all have a good night.
Yo, peace out, man.
Peace.
Thanks for hanging.
Of course, stay safe, everyone.
Yes. Hello?
Life is difficult. Yo, yo, yo.
I was wondering, I was like, yeah, all of us?
I'm waiting for my wife to get out of work.
I learned a little bit. I learned a little bit here.
Hey, if you learn anything here, then we've achieved our goal.
Yeah.
It's really about spreading information, spreading good vibes, making it easy for anybody who wants to ask a question to get an answer. If we
I have a
have it,
question.
yeah, go for it. Please do.
So I understand, dicaryons, monocaryons, but what is a dimon cross? What's the deal with that?
Ha! So here's the thing. I don't know dick about that.
I don't either. I can't even pronounce them.
Yeah, the Daimon mating. My best guess is that,
One of them a male
and
or female?
I could be completely wrong about this. Someone much smarter and just well educated could chime in if they know better. I believe Daimon mating is when you have a dikaryon that accepts a nucleus from a monokaryon via the Buller's phenomenon. I could be completely wrong about this, but I believe that's what that is.
That's the male and female, and what's both of them put together?
So basically, like a dikaryon is a mated pair from two monokaryons. And sometimes, because fungi are this weird exception to this rule, they can be choosy about what mating pairs they decide to accept a nuclei from. And it's called Buller's phenomenon. And sometimes you can have a dikaryotic culture and then introduce a monokaryon, and sometimes it will accept the nucleus from the monokaryon. But please do not take what I am saying for gospel. I could be 1000% wrong. Yeah, disclaimer. Definitely hit up like Julian Matitucci. He does this stuff all the time. He's very well versed in that stuff. I am just Cosmo. I don't know dick about shit.
Well, I accept your answer as gospel.
Oh god.
No, but actually, I've asked ChatGPT to explain it to an 11-year-old. It's pretty interesting.
How did that go?
It says, imagine a city where each house has either one or two people living in it. For a monokaryon, this is like a house with only one person living in it. In the world of fungi, a monokaryotic cell has only one nucleus, like one person in the house. It's pretty simple. Dikaryon. Now this is like a house where two people live together. It has two nuclei, like two people. These two nuclei live together in the same cell, but don't merge into one. They stay separate. Fungi can have cells that are either monokaryotic or dikaryotic, and this can affect how they grow and reproduce. Cool. I guess that was it.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't give you a better. I'm sorry I couldn't have given you a better answer than ChatGPT.
I'm gonna ask Matucci.
Yeah, Julian Matucci, he's really cool. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to explain the whole thing to you.
And then I hear that if you have two and you're trying to cross them and they don't mate, that you can run a ultraviolet light over them and kill genetics within the genetic to make them cross. Have I tried that? No, I've just heard it.
See, I've never heard of that. That sounds really cool, though.
I try crossing by Tennessee Hillbilly method. I just put it like when I'm doing transfers, I'll put 2 or 3 in a plate, see if they cross. Some of them, it's like they hit a wall between each other and until they go back the other way.
Is that a ghetto cross or whatever they call it?
That's an uneducated cross.
See, I like that one better than ghetto cross. It sounds so derogatory. I just like saying double swab personally.
Double swab.
Like if I have like 4 or 5 transfers that I'm doing, I'll take a piece out of every one of them and put them in the plate and see what happens.
I'm trying to MacGyver this shit. I have a roll of saran wrap that I'm trying to like cut the corner off of so I can wrap this plate that I just
Good luck. Good luck,
exposed
because that shit
to.
won't work very well. Trying to cut a quarter off and then stick it all together? No, it's good luck.
Oh yeah, I'm having a great time right
I
now.
would just rip the whole thing off and wrap it all the way around it.
You might be right.
Or put it in a sandwich bag.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, what have I done? I've just created more of a mess. Why do I do that? Oh, wait, this might work. Hold on. Okay, I think I can work with this. Hold on.
Or roll it out and then slice a slice of it.
Big brains. Hold on. Hell yeah, it's working. Hell yeah. I mean, it's kind of terribly working, but it's working, I guess. Working as well as I could have tried for it to work.
Sounds like some of the marriages I know. Dude, I'll tell you what. The other day I ate some cactus. It was like, so how long are you gonna trip on this? The guy said, you're gonna trip about 18 hours. Bullshit, man. I'm from people who get married and they don't stay together that long. Sure enough, 18 hours. Holy shit. I went to take a nap and woke up and was still tripping.
Really?
Whoa. What'd you think, man? Because I'm super interested in that.
Well, I mean, I trip harder on mushrooms, but you're talking about someone else. I'll eat like an ounce. Don't try what I try. But I ate like 35 grams of the San Pedro cactus.
Holy shit!
18 hours. I was seeing waves and ripples and shit. I mean, I could be out in public. I wasn't tripping. Look at that big chicken. I wasn't tripping that hard. But
I've heard that people say it's like you could almost have a conversation with somebody and not know they're tripping.
Yes, that's totally true. You can have, I could have a conversation. Cool. You have no idea.
That's awesome.
According to how much you eat.
All right, guys. I was able to somewhat seal the plate. Let's see what beautiful garbage grows on this plate.
That's amazing. Like I do the thing with my kids and my wife or so blurry. I was like, here, take a swab. The reason I'm so like no air blowing and stuff in the room in here because of this. I'll just take a swab. I'll take a plate and I'll lay it in there in the kitchen and be like, just wait, don't move around it. Just wait for a minute. I'll let it sit there for like 60 seconds and I'll close it up and wrap it up. Like 3 or 4 days, you're starting to see the contaminations in it. They're like, so that's why you keep your room closed off. Yeah.
Yeah, so the air conditioner that I have in the room is like from the 80s, so there's most definitely some gross shit blowing out of it, and I can't wait to see what disgusting molds I grow.
Oh, it's basically we're breathing black mold all the time. Mostly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I laugh when I see those people that buy those mold testing kits that are basically just agar plates that you hold up to a vent, and they're just like, oh my god, look at all this mold that grew, and I'm like, oh honey. Yeah, that's gonna happen regardless. That was gonna happen anyways. That's an agar plate. It grows everything. That's the point.
There's a saying in biology, everything is everywhere. It's just there's spores of like everything in the air always. It's just they'll only become an issue if they land on something that is like the exact appropriate media for them to grow on.
Yeah.
So it's more like opportunistic, but they're everywhere. Yeah. We're just in a sea of microbes.
We're in a dirty planet.
Might as well make friends with them.
And then you eat some mushrooms and you see it on a molecular level yourself. You're like, oh, this is where it all is.
I found it, guys. What did you find? It. Oh, he's
Don't
tripping
you hate when
balls.
you,
Don't talk to him.
don't you hate when you put shit up so you don't lose it, and then you fucking lost it? Man, I hate that.
Dude, I'm bugging right now. I made cornbread the other day, and I don't know where the hell it went. And I'm very sad.
That could be bad.
That could be very bad.
Yeah, you can find it on an egg plate in 6 months.
Oh god, I'm gonna be very sad if I can't find this cornbread. Because I really like cornbread, and
Cornbread's
I
so
put my
fire.
heart in. It's so great. I
Where you
put my
from?
heart and soul into it. What's up?
Where you from? Where you from?
Well, I grew up in New York, but I now live down south.
The dirty South. Let's go.
You're.
I grew up in Tennessee, or I was born in Tennessee. I've been everywhere from Phoenix, Arizona
I grew
to
up in
Ohio.
Tennessee too. Where'd you?
Right outside between Knoxville and Nashville, Rockwood.
I know exactly where Rockwood is.
Do you? Yep. That's where I grew up.
I grew up in Knoxville.
Did you?
I'm so sad I can't find this cornbread.
Then now I live down in Florida.
Did you make the cornbread?
I did make the cornbread. That's the sad part.
You into cooking? I'm also into cooking.
I'm very bad at. I wouldn't say I'm bad at cooking. I'm just super fucking lazy, and I should cook more, but I don't.
Gotcha.
My wife, piggybacking on cornbread. Speaking of like some good Southern biscuits, you got some sorghum sitting around. Mix it with some butter, put it on top of a biscuit. I know you got all that stuff in there, Cosmo.
Nah, I do.
Right?
I do. Hold on, I gotta text my girlfriend and be like, "Do you know where the cornbread went?"
I'll be like, no, but she knows.
She's got
She
cornbread
does.
crumbs on her.
The ones that she ate.
Well, she probably didn't eat it. Like the biggest, she either like hid it somewhere so the mice don't get it, or she fucking threw it out. Which I'll be very sad, extremely sad.
Dude, I was working in my garage last night and a mouse like ran over my bare foot and I freaked out. I had no idea we had mice in the garage.
Oh shit, that happened just the other night. I mean, I dropped a fucking yogurt and it went every fucking where in the living room. Damn. I was sitting there and looking at this little thing. It was like, that moving? And all of a sudden it takes off running. It runs across my foot. Scared. I thought it was a damn snake, or so I scared the shit out of me. I don't jump, but boy, I did then.
Nah.
Jumped and dropped the damn yogurt.
Yeah, I live in a
was
really old cabin that the person that lived here before me did not take care of it. So we've been dealing with pests left and right. And once the summer came, we realized how many we had a mice infestation. I was killing mice like 3 or 4 times a day.
It means you had to get rid of them.
Yeah. So what I figured out. Well, I put up sound traps. And
nope, that don't work.
Oh no, they work amazing because I haven't seen them since.
They only come out. They only come out when you don't see them. But yeah, we've got those plugins and they're not working. Like our dog food bowl is right beside one, and they'll go over there and grab the damn dog food.
Well, the issue was that like you could track them down because there was fucking mouse poop everywhere, and I haven't seen mouse poop since. So I'm pretty sure we got rid of that. That and the other thing we did was we started storing all of our food in a big ass tub, and so they didn't have any food. There was no like food for them to eat, and then the sound traps were also like a way to get them out. So it's been like 3 months. We haven't had another mouse issue since, thankfully.
Well, I know that we had like the Pied Piper that came through here and brought all his fucking rackets, I think. And I mean, man, I'm telling you, we had just like over a month, we got like 20 of them. And that's something I don't mess with. I don't want to rid of them. So my wife found this online, ammonia. You put a bowl of water and ammonia someplace, and the mice will come up, to smell it to see what it is. And because they smell it, it'll kill them. It does something to them. So, like, after they smell it, they only have so long they're going to live. They'll take off running and die someplace. I was worried about they're going to die in the wall or something.
Yeah, I was worried about that too, and then the sound traps really worked, and they got rid of a bunch of other shit that we didn't want to deal with. Like we had a lot of centipedes, which I found out because when we first moved in, the previous person that lived here left a mattress here, and I wanted to just throw it out outright because I was just like, I don't want somebody else's dirty ass fucking mattress. And my girlfriend was like, maybe we can keep it. And then she looks at it and she's like, oh no, we need to get rid of this now. And I was like, why? And there were fucking bed bugs on it.
No.
Yeah, and we bug bombed the cabin a couple of times, and thankfully we didn't have an issue with that. But yeah, the last person that lived here was dirty as fuck, and we call her Crusta.
We had bugs when we moved in here, and there's no way to really kill bugs, but they make birth control for bugs, so they can't reproduce. And man, I'm telling you what, you don't see a bug one in the house now. If you do, it came in from outside. Like now, yeah, it's amazing. It's like a growth regulator, and this thing called Demon. It's a powder and liquid. You mix it in like a gallon jug and spray it. Man, that stuff works great.
Hell yeah!
Like,
all right, boys. It's 11:30 where I'm at right now. I'm pretty ragged from tripping and then also having this wonderful conversation with you guys. I'm going to bed. So without further ado, this has been another Hot Myc Monday with the Gene Pool. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out with us. I love you all. Peace, love, and mush.
Appreciate it, everybody. Hope everybody has a good night.
Good night.
All right, you do.